Hi guys, Elshanko here, and welcome to episode 5 of Score 1, Steal 1. I'll get that right eventually one day. Um, since the last game, there's been a few games played by the other teams, and this is the situation that the table is at the moment. As you can see, we are rock bottom. Um, I'll make no bones about it, I'm getting a wee bit worried. 4 games played, 1 point. But there was actually an interesting thing I wanted to point out. I think it might actually be that the team that goes down is actually the unluckiest one, because I've noticed this. I mean, we've had one instance of it, but there's several instances of it over the piece so far. Is that because we're transferring players left, right, and centre, you're only allowed to play for 2 teams per season, um, and it's basically a case of if some people have moved for twice or 3 times, then they will automatically not be able to play for the rest of the season. So it might come down to the fact that if you win 3-0, you might get 3 players who have already transferred twice before. So it might just come down to sheer luck as to whether you can be able to play them or not. And eventually, I mean, because you might actually lose all your players and be left playing, the grayed out players or kids or whatever, and end up falling down the league. So it's quite an interesting wee sort of conundrum that we got going on here. But anyway, you don't want to listen to me waffle on. You want to see what's been happening in the league. So, going back to our game, right, so we lost 5-1 at home to Kilmarnock, which was devastating for me, especially because obviously Kilmarnock are big rivals of ours. So, Celtic beat Cali 1-0. Nothing special. Why couldn't they only beat us 1-0? But hey. So, Scott Allen's goal, the forgotten man Scott Allen in real life. Again, Bannigan getting off the bench, which was nice. But so the big point here was Ross Draper will join. Where is he? Yeah, there he is. Ross Draper will join Celtic. So it's another one for that juggernaut of a football team. Dundee 2, St Johnstone 3. Tam Scobie and Stephen McLean will join Dundee. John Rankin, Greg Stewart, and Akin Ozturk again will join St Johnstone. So I mean, Ozturk, that's his 3rd team of the season. Same with Rankin. So I mean, those 2 players won't be able to play for St Johnstone all season. So it's quite an interesting wee tidbit to add into it. Hamilton won, United won. So it was it was all on the randomizer, and Jesus Garcia Tena moved from Hamilton to Dundee United, and Gavin Gunning moved from Dundee United to Hamilton. So I mean, that was quite interesting because I mean, obviously Gavin Gunning recently has had a lot of disciplinary problems and had to leave Dundee United. Basically, got sacked. So that, and so that brought us to the end of that round. Then Ross County played Hearts. Hearts won 3-1. Very comfortable. John Suter will move to Ross County to play alongside Eric Sviatchenko, which is a bit strange. But so then David Goodwillie, Ali Crawford, and Craig Curran will be going into Tynecastle. Interesting point to note from a Thistle point of view is that Prince Boabin, our ex-player, scored for Hearts. So just a couple more games to recap now. Motherwell 1, Aberdeen 2, which meant that the Aberdeen keeper Scott Brown will go to Motherwell, and Lionel Ainsworth and randomised Jack Leach. It was either Jack Leach or Ben Hall, so it was Jack Leach. Will go to Aberdeen. And final game to round up before we get into our game. Dundee United 1, Celtic 3, which I was quite happy about, to be honest, given the league table. So James Forrest will go to Dundee United, earning 21.5 grand a week. See, this is the thing with Celtic being in the league. They're paying their players an awful lot more money, which means that teams down our end of the table will struggle financially. So Scott Allardyce, Ricky Risku, Riku Risky and Kane Hemmings all go to Celtic. Now those two were um, in a randomiser with Jamie Robson and Steve McManus. So all in all, that leaves us in this position here. So United, we've got a game in hand over United. So hopefully, if we can just get something out of this Hearts game, we can at least level up with them. So we'll get into the side. Now this side's changed yet again. I said I was going to change the formation. I have done. I've changed the style of play as well. We're going Tierney, Dumbaya, Miller, Whiteside, O'Connell, Welsh, Layden, McCarthy, Edwards, Pogba, Doolan. We've pulled everyone back a bit. We're basically playing much higher tempo still. Time wasting sometimes. We're playing really narrow now. Normal defensive line. Pump ball into the box. Shoot on sight. We're just going to try it. See if it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. We'll try something else. This is just really to see what we can do. This has promoted a lot of under 20s players to this squad just to try and bulk it up a bit until we can manage to win our way out of having to play them. So we'll see how we do against Hearts, who obviously have had a good start to the season. So we'll just go for it, shall we? Assertively, show everyone what you can do. Let's go for it. So we kick off. Comes to nothing though. Quite disappointing when you're looking at the side that we started off with. Start of the season, we've not really added many people to it. And if anything, it's just getting worse and worse. A Sean Welsh own goal. How did that come out? What did he do there? What the hell did he do? I want to see this one because I don't think that looked to me like a bullet header. And if that was Sean Welsh, you absolute donkey. Oh, dearie me. Well, that just puts us in more pressure. Yeah. So we're losing one player from this squad. No Malik, it won't be one of the youngsters. Well, it is a bit of a disappointment this so far. This is, I thought that showing up the midfield a wee bit, giving ourselves a couple of out balls and Doolan, Pogba, Edwards, would kind of help, but so far not so. Oh, I think I bloody know that. Jesus, Shaggy. Like Scott Patterson telling me there that we need to sharpen up on our shooting and passing. Oh, really? I hadn't noticed that myself. Sometimes you just think, really? So, nothing much happening in this game, which in a way, compared to the previous games, is actually quite a good thing, because it means we're not losing players every time Hearts come forward. So, still 1-0, 30 minutes gone, nothing much happening. Yeah, close them down, that's fine. Okay. 8 minutes to go till half time. This has been a pretty boring game, to be honest, but I'm quite happy with that. As long as we're only 1-0 down, we can still get back into it. We've looked a lot more solid in this game because the fact is they've not contributed many chances. Penalty! Oh, well done, Pogs. It's Dools to take the penalty. It's Chris Doolan, the Thistle talisman. Can he slot the ball home? He can! Yes! And that means we get at least one player from Hearts. Oh, I'd be so happy with that. I'd be really happy. Good penalty, Doolan. Good dive from the goalkeeper, but just under it. The power was too much from Doolan. The placement was perfect. And that is 1-1. So, pleased with how things are going. Keep it up. Come on, guys. Let's do this. Come on. We're looking much more solid with this kind of. I mean, I know the players aren't as good, but we are looking more solid in the way that we've got at least someone that's trying to run the game. And with Doolan up front, you've always got a chance. I mean, Pogba won the penalty really well. So now we're. If we can just keep it to 1-1, or maybe even get a snatch a late winner, then things could start looking up. It's all about getting that first win in this, I feel. It just seems to be that we've always come up against a team that's scored early. We've not had an opportunity to, or when we do have the opportunity to score, we screw it up in spectacular fashion. Should I take off McCarthy maybe? Yeah, the guys are getting knackered now, so I'll look to make changes now. A lot of young lads in there, so I'll bring on Lamont for McCarthy. I'll bring on Amu for Doolan. And I'll bring on Penrice for Dembaya. Let's hope we can just keep it together for the rest of the game. If we keep this together, we've got a chance. Getting nervy now. 9 minutes to go. Is there going to be a winner? 4 minutes to go. Quite happily at the moment. Oh no. Oh, you're joking, Lamont. Oh no. Our youngster we put on has conceded a penalty, and Hearts are going to score it, and we're going to be 2-1 down. Joom scores. Heartbreak yet again. You know, it's true what they say about breaks don't go for you when you're in the lower reaches of the um, the league. It's extremely true. I mean, that was just cruel. You know, a few minutes before the end, and they score, and that's it. That is a real shame. Kind of deflated after that one, to be honest, because I thought we'd done enough to. Let's see, what can I say to the lads? Can't fault you for effort. Try and get them with a wee bit of confidence here. Moving on to the next game. So we'll find out what we've got now in terms of who goes where. Whole team meeting. That's fine. Is that the sort of reaction? That's good. Right, okay. I won't speak to Dylan yet, I'll wait. So, looking at that game anyway, going back to that. So who do we, who do they get from us? Our best two players on the day. Oh no. Well, it's Muzzy Dumbaya. He's definitely going. Oh boy, that's one I did not want to lose. And it's either Andy McCarthy or Sean Welsh. So back to our randomizer. One or two. It's two, which means Sean Welsh. That's more experience out of the team. Another one to Hearts. But most importantly is, who do we get? The lowest rated player in Hearts' team on the day is either Juanma, Buabin, or Alexander. So one of three on the randomizer. I'll be honest, I'm hoping for it to be three, or even two actually, to be honest, for either Juanma or Buabin, and typically it's one. There we go. Well, Neil Alexander, welcome to the club. We don't need another goalkeeper, but especially not one earning 2.2 grand a week. But hey, them's are the breaks. That's the breaks for the randomizer. So yeah, so the team's looking a bit top heavy at the minute with goalkeepers. I mean, for God's sake, you know. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually put Alexander in. I was putting him in, McGovern on the bench. So that if we do lose a goalkeeper, it's not Thomas Cherney. I think Cherney's better than him. But yeah, so disappointment there. What were the other scores on those? Let's see. Aberdeen 4, Dundee 1, Inverness 2, Hamilton 1, Killie 1. That's fine. Okay. So we're still not that far away from them, but just need to win now. What's going to happen next is it's a cup against Airdrie, so I'll be back for that game. So I'll leave it here, and we'll be back for the Airdrie game, by which time I'll have done the transfers from the other games in the league, and I'll update you on those, and then we can play the Airdrie game. Okay, cheers guys.